Hello, mon petit poubelles. I'm Mitchell. I'm an artist. I'm doing a live rough sketch. So I'm on my backup account and I turned off comments because I have to focus. And we're going to listen to a podcast. I love the podcast Ride. So that's what's going to be playing as I do this rough sketch. Hopefully I don't cry too much because rough sketching is my least favorite part. There are so many rough sketches that see the cutting room floor, and I don't like to share this process. But let's play the podcast. Hopefully no one shows up in here. I just need the recording to do a time lapse, etc. So let's play the podcast. This is I have a few favorite podcasts, but this is what we're going to be playing. Dear Media, not Picasso and Galileo. I feel like we just listened to that. We'll listen to Sebastian Stan plus Popcorn. I'm not even going to skip through the ads. So we make the rough sketch red, and I use Little Pine. Let's begin. Let's rough sketch, divas.
Yeah, what's wrong? Nothing. Are you sure? Yeah, no, I just need a ride. So fun. I just want to have fun.
I'm Benito
A little
Skinner.
bigger.
I'm Mary Beth Brown.
And this
Is
Ride. And I did the most iconic fighter thing I've ever done.
well, I'm so proud of you. Wait, this is so season 2. I know we're gonna cut the story, but your energy right now is season 2.
Okay, so I
makes
just told
sense.
Mary Beth a story that she literally, maybe one day we'll call them the tapes.
I have a list of the lost files. I'm keeping track of the stuff we can't talk about yet.
Oh, good, I can't wait.
And people wouldn't believe what the list is, like what the words are on the list.
We're making a list.
Checking
twice. It's just a supercut of dust.
Right.
Supercut of dust. You guys, finally, I have a new era. Are you hearing me? Are we all good on tech? I feel great. I mean, for you, it's kind of like I'm watching stop motion get made, which I like
Really?
a little
Is
bit.
it okay?
But yeah, I'm actually fine with it. I can see anything on a screen at this point.
I mean, I can turn off the video if you want.
Have you ever had to watch yourself in 8K for 6 months in a row? I
No.
never want to see my fucking ugly face again.
I can't fathom it.
I
I'm
can't
just
stress enough how stunning you are, though, girl.
no. I know when I see it, I'm gonna be like, wow, you should take me out behind the barn.
No, that was me. I was cattle today. I was giving a little cattle
Turn this
vibes,
up.
but you, oh sweetheart. My
Oops,
God,
not turn it
you're
down,
perfect.
turn it
And
up.
You, while you're on screen, you go, so cute. Well, the whole cast, I just go, so cute. But then I see me, and sometimes Daddy showed up to work, and sometimes my face was still hunkering down for the long winter. But I was tan regardless.
Hey, it's nothing you can't fix in post.
Speaking of overcompensating, because of this fabulous program, which we can't wait to tell you all about very soon, I think we're probably going to do a special app or something too. Why not? Mommy and daddy or your brother and sister, something really special is coming. And there are so many Easter eggs where they're showing it. I didn't even realize how many there were until I rewatched a couple episodes today. And I was like, damn, it really is an
Why does it look
ecosystem.
dark down
It's an
here?
ecosystem, and I love that.
But speaking of overcompensating, it has kind of sucked up all my eras into this
I
era.
think that's where the comments were
Which is
supposed to
cheaper
go.
cut of dust.
But then, super cut of dust happened. So right when Terry and I wake up, I do a bit for him because he's not quite woken up yet and I'm not getting the attention I so deserve. So a couple bits I'm doing. One, I think everyone should try. The second Terry opens his eyes, this was on our ins and outs list. It was in, obviously. You look at your partner and you say, "You're losing me." It's the first thing I say when he wakes up and opens his eyes.
People think you're joking. I know that you're not.
I'm
That's the
not.
thing.
He
I know you're
sees-
not joking every single day.
He sees this freaking perfect ass and he gets told, "You're losing me," every morning. But then one day I had supercut in my head, of course. There are easier ways to say you're the host of a ride. And I couldn't stop going, "It's just a supercut of dust. Supercut of dust. Supercut of dust." And then him in the car. I go, oh, it's just a super cut of dust. And say it once, say it twice. You will feel like $1,000,000. It just makes sense to me. Some things just make sense.
I mean, what have we been saying? Also on the ins and outs list, obviously sounds not words.
Sounds not words. Super cut of dust.
Super cut of dust. Okay, well, I'm really glad we were able to cover that this week because that's actually been in our notes app list of pod opening items and we didn't get to it last time. Some other stuff on that list. So I did want to say that we're trying to figure out what we're going to do for Ride Heritage Month, which is coming up.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be fun to manipulate a stock.
Oh, totally. I agree.
But we would need everyone to do it, and I just don't know if we have the compliance yet.
The Dow Jones.
I wanted to manipulate, like sort of what they did with GameStop, except like for a girl brand.
Yeah. ALO goes through the roof.
And we all get fucking rich, please.
I assume they're public. I love when people talk about going public.
Yeah, well, it's an IPO and all that. You know how it is.
I want to
My
ring
hand
the
is
bell.
too
Mary Beth
small.
Barone.
Oh, imagine us ringing the bell the day it crashes.
Morning, boy. Wait, we have to be there when it crashes in 2 weeks.
All
Please
right.
let us be there.
We'll see what we can do.
We're all looking around. What happened?
Wait, what's going on?
It's like when Bane showed up. What's
it's so
going on?
it's so quiet.
Like, wait, if we ever get to do that, I'm dressing up as Bane.
Of course, yeah.
And you're
And I'm gonna
Catwoman.
be, or I could be Marion Cotillard.
Oh, of course. The knife is the deep. What did she say? The first cut is the deepest when she knifes him.
She quotes Cheryl Crow, yeah, when she knifes him.
She's very
The
pay it
first cut
forward
is
in
the
that
deepest.
moment.
Wow.
Very knifing.
It's knife based. The other thing for Ride Heritage Month, we are going to do Ride core values. I really want to.
I wanna clarify this is a man.
The first one is that we believe in science, which brings me to my next point. And sorry, I'm just kind
I
of.
wonder if I
ripping
have
through
to
these
put
because
modesty
I feel
shorts
like
on
we
him
have
if
things
it's a
to
rough
do.
sketch.
we have things to do. So
Guess we'll see.
unfortunately, they have ended DEI at Dear Media. So Benito and I will no longer be hosting the podcast because Benito is gay and Basque, and I, of course, am a bisexual woman
And Italian.
and Italian. So unfortunately, Ivanka will be taking the reins, and I just hope that you can welcome her with the Baroni energy that we know you guys have had for us.
Yeah. I think Carrie Underwood has an ugly heart, and I can look at her and know that. And that's
Of
my
course.
intuition. And I ride for intuition, which I'll get to.
Yeah, she doesn't hide that well.
No. And it's so funny because one of my sister's friends, she was such a Carrie Underwood stan. Like, just beyond. This was her number one person. And she won like a VIP experience and got to meet her after a concert. She was like,
Because she's the only one that entered.
Yeah. Well, they paid her to do it.
They
Fuck
put
you,
out a
Carrie.
Craigslist ad.
You were pitchy as hell, sis. But here's the thing. Carrie got up there. It's just a super cut of dust. She could never do Lord. Lord could do.
Before he cheats?
Before
Are you
he
kidding?
cheats.
In her fucking sleep.
She could never do the Louvre.
What was she like at the experience?
She was so rude, so dismissive, and I can't stress enough. This friend of my sister's is like the warmest, sweetest. Like, I try to see both sides. You know me.
Totally.
There's not a world where she was like super drunk or inappropriate. Like, she is just the most lovely person and loved her so much. And she said she was like pure evil and was so mean and just like dismissive and wasn't having it.
What have we always said? Your heroes should be nurses, teachers, and your parents if they were good parents.
Yeah. I guess every day's a bad day when you have an ugly heart. Next.
Totally.
Oh, can I say something? Hockey
Yeah.
player wife. Hockey
Oh my
player
God.
wife.
Hockey.
Super cut of dust.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Do you see how it's all?
Uh-huh.
It's a circle. Okay. Also, this season, sometimes when we're recording, I say, "Oh, we're gonna cut that," and then we end up not cutting it. And I don't even cut that. I said we're gonna cut that because I want to be like totally real and transparent with you guys. Just
Want
know that that's
more
not a
of a-
mistake. Like we left it in on purpose.
No, that's like when an artist includes a voice note in their album. I'm like, you wanted me to
Want
hear
more of a lean
voicemail
back.
from your grandma, and I'm glad you
Exactly.
did. I love it.
Oh,
And
his
that
head is
feels
now.
vulnerable, and I feel a sense of intimacy. So the other thing I want to say is I came up with a new challenge, and I want you guys to do this on TikTok. I haven't done it to my parents yet because I haven't seen them in a few weeks. You run into the room and you go, "Tate McRae is dating the Kid Leroy." You record your parents' reaction. Tate McRae is dating the Kid Leroy. Yeah, they've been dating for a while.
We've had this notes app for years, and I see the Leroy challenge on there, and I could not stop thinking to myself, what is that? Do you know about Pastagate?
So I didn't know if we were going to get into Pastagate, but obviously I feel like by the time this comes out, we will have had some distance from it. So here's my thing with it.
Yeah.
Everybody has a choice to be a public figure or not. And sometimes I wonder if being a public figure is good for anybody.
Is worth it. Here's the thing, Terry, my influencer wife has now, she's complicated. She's messy. She's brat. She's domestic.
Opinionated.
She's opinionated. I came home from an 8-hour edit yesterday looking a mess. And I walk in the door and Terry goes, "So did you hear about Pastagate?" And he proceeded to tell me all about it. It was so fun. It was just fun to see what the wife had been doing all day. Busy.
Yeah, and that could take up an entire day.
Ripping through Twitter, and neither of us have Twitter, so it was fun to kind of tap in and see what was going on. Here's my take on it. I didn't love the sounds of hand and pasta. That was just my first reaction. Terry eating it, that's my polite, sweet girl. And doing that in front of Lord, I can't help but think there's a little bit of a supercut of dust.
Supercut of dust in that
To
moment.
me, the whole thing feels a little supercut of dust. To me,
I think,
personally.
to me, it's yes anding, and it's saying, like, I'm going to go along with the bit. I guess if someone offered me pasta with their bare hands, I'm like, I guess I could say no to that, but why? Like, haven't we been through enough?
People were really coming from on Twitter, and I'm like, that's so crazy. It's really hard to see people do that to someone you love who's gay. And it's just like, if you're gay and around Charlie, like, you're really, like, it can be
you have
really
a target
scary.
on your back.
You have a huge target on your back. But then I get away with Azealia Banks. So it's a weird
No,
year.
people on Twitter have no friends. This is for the group chat. Take whatever you're about to post on Twitter and send it to your fucking friends. And if you don't have any, that's why you're posting on Twitter. And that's what I have to say on that. Azealia Banks, obviously different story. I don't know what her group chats look like, but she totally came for J.K. Rowling. So Twitter's sort of been like trying to come back into my life, and I'm just like, absolutely not.
That's as close as it could get for you.
That's as close as it could get. So
Yeah.
she's pro Benny drama and she's anti J.K. Rowling being a TERF. So like, I'm saying maybe Azealia Banks' year is 2025.
Yeah. You go, whoa, Project 2025 is kind of killing.
Whoa. Wait, I'm kind of into it.
Yeah.
There's so much happening. I was also informed on Reddit about the 9/11 media butterfly effect, which I'll go through real quick.
Can you please? The ripples. It gives me goosebumps.
So apparently, when 9/11 happened, the lead
Yeah.
singer of My Chemical Romance, he wasn't the lead singer of My Chemical Romance yet. He was so affected by the tragedy that he started the band My Chemical Romance. Now, the writer of Twilight had a crush on the lead singer of My Chemical Romance, and that inspired her to write Twilight. Then, of course, Twilight inspires fan fiction 50 Shades of Grey, which then makes Dakota Johnson a star, which her career continues to grow and grow.
Then she makes her AD. She makes her AD with the limes. Then she
With
goes
the
on Ellen.
limes.
Or she
Then
goes
she
on
goes
Ellen
on-
before AD.
I don't know where that falls, but we got those two amazing pieces of media out of this all, and it
Lower.
goes back all the way to 2001.
Do you know where it ends?
It ends on Ellen's couch.
Oh, no. It ends after Ellen's couch. It ends in Santa Barbara with Ellen. They tried to cancel me. All those things gave me that
Lower.
joke.
I feel
Do
like
you
I've been doing
understand
next
that, my
so
sweet
long.
girl? Oh, wow.
Just, I mean, and thank you to people for bringing that to my attention because I actually had no idea.
I think someone, I do remember reading that and they said something about this is like one of those things that just sounds like such a lie, but is actually 100%.
It's actually true.
Yeah, true facts, hard facts.
Now I think we need to get into something that's been on the notes. Now I think we need to get into something
Keep all
that's been. No, we're keeping all of that. Yeah, whatever. I showed up to work today, honey.
Yeah, and can I say, this is right after dark, aka it's 3 p.m. in LA, 6 in New York.
I don't know. I'm not sure because where they have me in the detention center, we don't have windows.
They keep moving you. Well, they rumble the sides of it, so you think you don't know where
And
you are.
it's like it's a Bug's Life at Disney where it's like 40, and when they sneeze, I get sprayed with water.
Oh my god, I want to do Ride 4D. I have so many ideas. Oh,
Write them down.
did I tell you I saw Moulin Rouge?
What
Like
do you mean?
the show in Paris?
No.
And I got so inspired for Ride Live. I'm talking harnesses. I'm talking 80 people on stage in costume. I'm talking 80s pop. It blew me away to a degree that I can't stop thinking about it. The costuming, like, it is exactly what I want for Ride Live. Like, it's cabaret.
And I want to say it has notes of steampunk. Moulin Rouge.
You cannot believe steampunk. I mean, doing it with chair is like a whole. I mean, you can't even imagine. It's fabulous in every sense.
I had no idea.
Sometimes, you know, I will say like the dance. It just feels like there's so many of them. How could they ever be in unison? And that's what I love about it. Like there's a fluidity to it. It's power and it's sex.
You at Moulin Rouge, like that, I would just love to watch you watching it. I don't even need to see the show.
I was giddy, a little
to make
spooked.
the-
I turned to Terry at one point. I go, ride one, and he went 100%. Like this one
Totally.
cost. Oh, I'll send you it later. I don't want to give anything away because I think I might just have it completely ripped from it.
Perfect.
There's one moment where a man and a woman are on harnesses, lip singing a song, and they're up, but they're not up that high. So they're just like their feet are a little too close to the audience, and they're holding flashlights to their faces so they still have good lighting on them. I'm like, come on, kid.
Whoa. I think we could pull something like that off.
I think so too. Peter Pan and Wendy.
So this is something I'm just going to read off the notes app. Hippos
Great.
have the craziest reputation.
Oh my God. Okay. So this is one of those things. If you spend enough time with Galileo's great grand niece, like I do, you'll start to get galaxy brain. Just
You
a little
notice
bit.
things, right?
You start to see things, look around.
You see the world
So-
in like a different way.
So I'm watching this video because sometimes YouTube is so confused on who I am. They cannot pinpoint me, and that's what I love. They're like, hey, do you want to watch a hippo fight an alligator? And I was like, 100%, like this I gotta see. This hippo was so fucking batshit crazy. And I thought to myself, every time someone opens their mouth to talk about hippos, they say the craziest shit. Hippos, reputation.
Reputation. Are you ready for it?
Are you ready for it? Okay. People are like, they're faster than any other animal. Their teeth could like shatter a skull. They're the most vicious, and they're responsible for the most human deaths in Africa, I believe. I can't fact check any of this, but hippos.
I
are
have the
fucking-
numbers.
Give me the numbers. Hippos are crazy. They are
Okay,
so out of pocket.
So as you know, in season 1, we put it to a vote to see if people knew the
Do
deadliest
a
animal.
Darker red.
And the deadliest animal, of course,
Mosquito.
is the mosquito.
Yeah.
But I do want to say that hippo is well in the top 10, and it's 5 times deadlier than the next one. Mosquitoes, they're in another league. 780,000 deaths.
Like you could
in
never.
2016.
Your favorite critter could never.
Snakes could only dream to be hitting numbers like that. They did
know.
75,000.
Yeah.
But I do want to say that hippo it's not to be ignored. 500 deaths in 2016.
That's insane.
That's a
Like,
lot of people.
Especially for an animal that we really lean more plush and sweet.
Oh,
in
whimsical
the media.
even.
Oh,
Whimsical.
totally.
Hungry
Little
Hippo?
sweethearts.
That's not a little cutesy little game. That's a fucking warning.
No, exactly. That's like when you hungry huskies, my love. It's the same thing. It's the same.
It's the
thing.
same mentality. And it's really dangerous.
How many deaths are huskies responsible for? I know this is my new conspiracy.
Well, you know the Husky lobby would never. It's like the gun lobby. They would never let that information be public.
They have the best publicist. You can't even imagine.
They're literally people pay money to have them in the home.
Wait, so when we break up and have a huge fight, I need you to know that I will have a website with receipts.
Oh, and I need you to know that
My Squarespace.
all the voice notes you've ever sent me, and I will be leaking them in a memorandum,
You better.
and you'll get a subpoena, and I know your address.
You couldn't be ahead of the Justin Baldoni Blake Lively drama if you fucking tried. It could be your full-time job and you wouldn't be caught up.
Honestly, at this point, I'm like, it did what it needed to do for culture. I need it to be over. I
don't
to
need to see
put
it.
all the content out that you have, and let's just like move on as a people. Simple Favor 2 is coming out. I'd much rather be talking about that.
I completely agree. Oh my God, I can't imagine the suits she's going to be in that. Bow
And
ties
the cuffs,
galore.
the cuffs that are attached to nothing, the floating cuffs, if you will.
God, that is so me, but also me as Sabrina Carpenter at the Grammys.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we get
That's
into what we
just
ride
standard.
for? Let us know if your life's ever been affected by a hippo, but I really can't stress enough. I'm so glad it's finally out there. Hippos, reputation.
Reputation. I don't even know what you're writing for.
Well,
You
aren't
sent
you
me
writing
2
for
contenders. I'm
Aren't you
writing
writing
for
for
him.
capital H-I-M?
H-I-M. I will be writing this week for Sebastian Stan.
Oh my God, and I'll be writing for popcorn.
Popcorn.
Yeah. Built.
With the seasons changing, I'm already dreaming of a warm weather getaway.
Whoosh.
I love using points for travel, whoosh, and I'm always looking for ways to earn more to book my next flight. Here's a life hack for you. Built lets you earn points on rent payments and redeem them towards flights, hotels, whoosh, and a lot more. One of your biggest investments should get you more than just a roof over your head. Let me explain. Let Benny explain.
Let me explain. There's no cost to join Built, and as a member, you'll earn valuable points on rent and on your everyday spending. Points can also be redeemed towards a future rent payment and unique experiences that only Built members can access.
Wait, I have to tell you, I was watching White Lotus with a bunch of people, and I kept going whoosh after we were like dissecting the episode and talking about like traveling, and I kept going whoosh, and they all had no idea what I was
Oh
doing.
no, I've ruined you. I've ruined you for other people.
Yeah.
Exactly what
was
I've
so
always wanted to
perfect.
ruin you for other people. Keep all this. Built will love it.
Built points can be transferred to your favorite hotels and airlines, and even the ones that you haven't heard of. There are over 500 airlines and
I made his head
700,000
too
hotels and
small.
properties around the world. You can redeem your Built points toward.
You're-
Points can also be redeemed towards a future rent payment and unique experiences that only Built members can access. So if you're not earning points on rent, my question is why not?
Why not? Why not?
Start earning points on rent you're already paying by going to joinbuilt.com/ride. That's
we'll just continue.
joinbilt.com/ride.
Be sure to use our URL so they know we sang. Joinbuilt.com/ride to start earning points on your rent payments today.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace, as you know, she's been with us since the beginning.
She's
the
big,
all-in-one
girl.
website
Website?
platform.
Wait, keep.
Chris
Don't get that.
voice.
My website.
Don't you dare cut that.
No,
Platform
my
for
website's
entrepreneurs
question.
to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand like Benny Drama 7, Squarespace makes
totally.
it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place, all on your terms.
It's not a business when it's me or the Baronis. It's a kingdom.
It's a kingdom. Introducing Design Intelligence from Squarespace, combining 2 decades of industry-leading design expertise with cutting-edge artificial intelligence technology to unlock your strongest creative potential. Design Intelligence empowers anyone to build a beautiful, more personalized website
Let's
tailored
do
to their
some
unique needs,
curly
and
hair.
craft a bespoke digital identity to use across one's entire online presence.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to talk about Squarespace payments. Do you mind? Because it's the
I don't
easiest way to manage your
mind,
payments in one place with Squarespace. Onboarding
Ooh.
is fast and simple. Get started in just a few clicks.
Should I make the
and
head
start
bigger
receiving
now?
payments right away. Plus, give your customers more ways to pay with popular payment methods like
Let's just
Klarna,
combine these two.
ACH Direct Debit, US Apple Pay, Afterpay, US CA, and ClearPay UK.
UK.
Yeah.
You can also connect social and multimedia accounts. You can do invoicing. You can sell content.
I've been
and you
making
can even
heads
get
too
discovered
big.
with integrated SEO tools. I guess what we're saying at the end of the day is that you should go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch,
But now I'm making them too small.
squarespace.com/ride to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Wait, where are we going?
Who cares?
Ride. I
Head
do think you
enlargement
should go first
surgery.
because I just can't wait to hear how much you have to say about popcorn.
This is like my skincare episode. I could do a whole episode.
You could do it solo.
Unfortunately, though, my skincare episode would be
Perfect. Still
shorter
small,
than ever
but not
because
as
shout out Sophie Pavitt. I love you so much.
teeny.
She fixed my skin. I had a crazy dermatitis outbreak of perioral, and just I could not figure out. And then she was like, "You are putting too many products on your face. Skincare routines should be short. If you can do a ton and your skin can handle it, great. But honestly, you're freaking out your barrier with all the barrier support." No one had ever said that. There is too much of a good thing. Everything in moderation.
Yeah.
It
Well,
rocked
I
my
actually
world.
saw her post. I think you inspired her to post to just the general public.
Just at
you're
me,
putting,
sis.
You're putting, she subtweeted you.
Yeah, she really. I'm like, we just talked about this on text. Just at me. But popcorn. So I have always been a movie head. I love walking into a movie theater and smelling that. I've never not gotten popcorn and a Coke slushie at a movie ever.
I can attest.
I cannot. I am the Pavlovian dog, which we'll talk about, of course.
Which
This
is later-
coming. That's
later in the
heritage, I
season.
think.
That's
That might
gonna
be
be
heritage. But that's my big scientific study episode. But here's the thing. Popcorn is so versatile. It plays into oral fixation for me. Like it's just the crunch, the little bit, the salty, the butter. It can go sweet. It can go cheesy. It can go garlic. You can get like a little artisanal. It's just so ever since I've been a kid,
And we
I've just been
flip the
obsessed with it.
canvas.
And then my favorite thing every year at Christmas, I don't
Look,
even know who gave
yeah.
us this. The
Yeah.
tins. And then this crazy ass brand comes out called Popcornopolis. And I say, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Those like, you know what I'm talking about? The like corn, they're almost shaped like, you know when plastic looks like icing could come out of it?
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
shaped
yeah.
like that. You can
Oh,
get them at
yeah.
movie theaters now. I mean, I'm jumping all around. This love of popcorn was always in me, and my mom loves popcorn. We both have this like same gag where it's like if a bag of chips is open or popcorn, like me or my mom will finish it. You're gonna see the bottom of that bag. But then also there would be at the Western Idaho State Fair, there was this thing called kettle corn, which I learned about at a very young age. And it's the kind of sweet popcorn.
Oh, you know I'm a kettle corn girl.
Oh, I can picture your handfuls, my love. So, oh my God. Oh, I haven't gotten to ketchup fucking popcorn that I was given to by Adam DeMarco this summer. I have so much to cover. I'd better pick it up. So, this would be like a whole thing. So, there would be eras of popcorn in my house. During Christmas, we have the tin. We have cheese. We
Cheese.
have
Oh,
kettle.
God.
And then we
Yeah.
have regular. What's so funny is that the cheese and the kettle, they are such the winners of that tin. For some reason, those tins are never good at regular popcorn. I don't know why, but that's
I
kind of my
think
take on
because
that.
cheese and kettle to me are better at room temperature, whereas a classic popcorn, I would like that
Warm.
hot.
Hot as hell.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, and then sometimes our friend Ainoa will make one where she melts this maple butter and then her and Terry add Himalayan pink salt on it. I mean, come on.
This is a mouth-watering episode.
I
and I'm
know.
not just talking about Sebastian Stan.
Oh God, yeah, my toes are freaking curling right now. It's literally a cheaper cut of dust. So, no! Oh, it's just a super cut of dust. Fucking dust. Then in the summers, it would be this kettle corn. But then in between, it's like once a week I'm seeing a movie and I'm having a little bit of popcorn. It's communal. You share it with people. I don't understand when people want no butter or no salt at the movies. I'm like, I'll eat that. I just don't think you're taking it to where it can go.
Well, that's people that want to punish themselves.
Yeah. Well, speaking of punish yourself, Skinny Pop.
I mean, and for that matter, Boom Chicka Pop,
Oh, don't talk about Boom Chicka right now.
which is a young upstart on the popcorn scene.
Well, of course, she's the new it girl.
The new it girl.
So here's the thing. Calling Boom Chicka an it girl, this podcast, Peabody. It needs a Peabody. So
Let's work
I
on
like,
that.
oh my God, popcorn is so fucking good on set. You get me around a Skinny Pop, it's curtains.
Yeah,
Any
I mean, the
flavor,
bag is empty.
anytime. Salt and pepper. Oh my God, it's like the salt and pepper of it all on Skinny Pop. Like, it's just so delicious. Also, even though that Australian trainer told me like corn is the devil, I do think like I'm just gonna ignore that because I think popcorn is like air and it just makes me so happy. And it's so crazy because of its fragrance. I feel such like warmth and safety when I eat it. It's like I know I'm with someone safe and I know like I'm feeling good and getting exactly the sweet or salty treat I need. My God, I'm passionate about this.
It smells like home. And here's my thing: if you think corn is the devil, how many things in life bring us joy? How many things in life can just the aroma of just like spark feelings of
Like I know you can all smell this in your car
warmth
right
and
now.
positivity?
You can smell that shit.
There's so much worse things. It's sort of like Carmex in that way, where it's like there's a lot of worse things I could be doing than eating popcorn.
That's what I say to people who love Diet Coke and they apologize to me. I go, sweetie, you're safe. You don't have to do that. I don't need that whole rigmarole of that. Right now, whatever you need to do to feel good, that's not hurting anyone. Maybe aspartame's hurting you a little bit, but if you're okay with that, so
And
am
you
I.
know the risks. You know the risks.
You know the
Here's what I
risks.
don't like is popcorn shaming, which I have experienced as a kettle corn lover.
Whoa.
I prefer, if I'm going to make
Yeah.
it at home, I prefer kettle corn. I like it hot. I put some extra salt on it so it's sweet and it's salty. And I
Delicious.
just don't like being like ostracized or made to feel other than because I like kettle corn.
I would never judge someone based
I
on
know
the
you
popcorn they
wouldn't. I
want.
know you wouldn't.
Whatever the fuck you want to put on it, go for it. And that gets me to ketchup popcorn.
Yeah.
So I'm
This
blanking
was
on the
huge.
name, but there
This
was
huge.
like there's
I
like
think
a
it's
chic
like Summerhill Market or
Summerhill.
something.
Yeah. It was fabulous. And Adam knew that I love popcorn and he was like, I got you this, which just like, come on, you don't get a straight guy like that every day. You just don't. Like, come on. And he
I think that's
brings me this popcorn and I put it in my story and I'm like, it was savory. The way they use ketchup in Canada, I'm just catching up.
Ketchup chips.
And I just loved it so much. But that's where I'm like, I will always experiment with popcorn. It's all fun to me. Of course, I have my
Look at
favorites.
how
I do love a kettle
crazy
corn.
that
I think
arm
I do love like
looks.
a movie theater butter salt.
He didn't work out his
the
lower.
best, maybe, but that's so hard. I love all my kids. Like it's
know.
hard to pick.
I wanted to shout out this type of popcorn and the brand I can't remember, but it's popcorn that has nutritional yeast on it, which tastes like cheese.
Holy
And so
shit.
it is literally I'm not being hyperbolic. It's life changing.
When I walk into a hotel and that's on the little carts,
You're spreading your legs right
I'm
now.
spreading. I say, give me that fucking nutritional yeast ass popcorn right now. Oh my god, that's delicious.
It's so fucking good. They have it at like random. If you see like a shop that's made of wood, do you get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, of course.
a little like it's like specialty bullshit. You know what I mean?
Hanging
It has
greens.
specialty bullshit.
Hanging greens and like, oh my god, it's like when you walk in and there's a fridge there, but there's also like it's mostly produce.
Totally.
And then if you try to get like a Doritos or Lay's there, they're not gonna have that. It's like it's more.
It's like
it's-
Miss Vicky's chips.
Exactly, it's like those bodegas. Yeah, there's an elevation. There's a Dean and DeLuca-fication of it.
It's a Dean and DeLuca-fication. It's artisanal. And on that note of being more artisanal, so
Yeah, sweetie.
here's something I want to tell people who don't have
Okay, I
microwaves.
think that's good
you
for
can cut open a
the.
bag of microwave popcorn
the
and put
red.
it in a pot. You put a top on top of it, you shake it up, and you cook it like any other type of popcorn.
Then we do
You are
blue
not limited
line.
by the tools that you have.
Think of the person who
Should we-
caught that. Like that is what like blows my mind. The first person to heat up that kernel and say, "Whoa!"
Yeah. Pop. I can't even imagine how exciting that would have been at the time. But also, like, for me, a perfect popcorn is 2 minutes and 36 seconds, and I can't explain why in the microwave. But you really have to listen for when the popping is spaced out more than a few seconds because it will burn, and that
will
ruins
burn.
the entire batch.
But sometimes I do like the smell of the burn a little bit. I just
I
don't want that to be
understand.
like the taste of the whole thing. But
Right.
that little crispiness, I don't mind it. And sometimes I love when it almost popped open. You can just crack it in your teeth. All of my cavities and my root canal, popping that is just so.
Bump it up.
For it.
I love you. Popcorn, I love you.
Well, it's good because at a certain point, as we know, as the prophecy foretold, corn will be the only crop we have.
I knew you were going to bring this up, so I'll be fine. I love it. Oh my god! And I want one of those like vintage makers, and I want to get more like into crafting my own popcorn. Maybe I'll have a popcorn brand. I don't know. Who
Well,
knows?
here's what
I'm not
I
limiting
see
myself.
for you. I see like a movie theater room in a future house that has
you.
one of
That
the like
means-
old timey things that's like glass and you can like turn it on or whatever.
We don't tell Terry. It's like a secret room because
Oh, he
it's like
can't know.
It's,
He can't
it's the cinephile room. It's
Well, it's
cinephilic.
cinephiles only, and it's
Yeah.
also like it maybe is decorated like a little bit for kids.
It's like I'm Christian Grey. I have to show you something. I have to
And
show
it's
you
just
something.
a room
Wait,
full of
that's what he was
couches.
showing her. I have to show you something.
Show
it's his
you
home theater.
something. Yeah.
His popcorn maker. We
And
haven't
it's
talked about him.
perverse in a way.
We haven't talked about it. I need to show you something all season.
I know, but we know he's out there thriving.
He comes alive in the summer in Europe. So I wasn't really there in the summer. So it's like it's hard.
We'll just
He
have like a
wasn't- he
little
wasn't near
piece
us
of the
as
hand
much.
sticking out.
Who doesn't love the good things in life?
I enjoy a little luxury.
Quince offers a range of high-quality items at prices within reach. Like 100%.
Okay, so now the
ongoing
next
prices
step
$250.
will be
Washable
the
silks,
blue
tops, silks,
pencil
tops,
where we
zizzes,
decide
and
more.
organic cotton sweaters, zizzes, and 14 karat gold jewelry.
14 karat gold. Why don't you
Officially
just
where the
come
lines
upstairs
go.
sometime?
The best part, all Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands.
By partnering directly with Top Factors,
Okay.
cuts the cost of the middleman and passes the savings to us. Cut all that, sorry.
No, you have to keep that. No, sorry, you have to
Okay,
keep that.
sorry, I can't even get it out. You're just making me laugh so much because it's like, it's just funny.
So
It really
next,
does look
blue
like you're in
pencil.
prison. Okay, and Quince only works with factories
And
that use
then
safe, ethical, and
final line
responsible
art.
manufacturing practices.
this turned
and
out
premium
okay.
fabrics and finishes.
But wish
I
me luck
love
on the
that.
hand.
As you know, I have my black Quince bodysuit that I frequent a lot, especially in the cold weather months for layering purposes. And then I have my 14 karat gold earrings. And I know you have a hat.
Okay, bye.
button.
It's so cute. I have
Cashmere
this
sweater
polo.
polo.
It is so
Turn
cute. I
this
wear it with
off.
like high waisted jeans, and it's very like it's gorgeous on my tatas. I will say, thank you, Quince.